You know what absolutely does my head in? Scrolling through TikTok and seeing some lad in a rented Mercedes telling you to buy crypto moon coins or trade Forex, while the people watching him are sitting on 3 grand of credit card debt at 29% interest. It is madness, absolute madness. It is like trying to fill this bucket with water while drilling holes in the bottom. You feel like you're doing something. Look at me, I'm investing. I'm the Wolf of Wall Street. But you aren't actually building anything. You are just making a wet mess on the floor. So today we are going to cut through the noise. We are going to ignore the shiny objects, the get-rich-quick rubbish, and the jargon. I am going to give you the UK wealth ladder. There are 7 steps, and here is the rule. You do not move to step 2 until you have sorted step 1. If you try to skip a step, the ladder falls over and you end up broke. If you follow it, you build wealth on solid rock, not sand. Grab a brew. Let's get it sorted. Step 1. Put your phone down. Stop looking at Tesla shares. Before you invest a single penny, you need a sleep at night fund. Why? Because life is expensive and things break. Your car will fail its MOT. Your boiler will pack up in the middle of December. You might get made redundant. If you don't have cash set aside for this, you have to put it on a credit card. And the moment you do that, you are trapped. You are paying the bank for the privilege of fixing your own life. So, how much do you need? Start with £1,000. Do that this month. Sell the stuff in the garage you don't use. Do some overtime. Cancel the subscription boxes. Get £1,000 in a separate account. Once you have that, you breathe. Then you build it up to 3 to 6 months of essential bills. Not your beer money, just the mortgage, the council tax, the food, the lights. Where do you put it? Do not invest this money. If the market crashes, you don't want your emergency fund to crash with it. You have 2 options. A high-yield savings account. Don't leave it in a high street bank paying 0.1%. Get on an app like Chip or Chase or Trading 212, where you can get 4% or 5%. Make your money work. Premium bonds, this is where I keep mine. It's backed by the government, so it's totally safe. It's tax-free. And every month you have a tiny chance of winning £1 million. You probably won't, but it makes checking your bank account a bit more exciting. Do not move past this point until you have that safety net. Liquidity is king. Step 2. This is the only exception to the rule about clearing debt first. If you have a job in the UK, you likely have a workplace pension. Here is how it works. You put in 5% of your salary and your boss has to put in 3%. Some generous bosses put in even more. Do not opt out. I hear people say, "Oh, Baz, I'd rather have the cash now." Don't be a muppet. If you put in £100 and your boss puts in £100, you have just made a 100% return on your money immediately. There is no investment in the world, not Bitcoin, not gold, not property, that guarantees you a 100% return the second you sign the paper. Even if you have credit card debt, take the match, because the 100% gain here wipes the floor with the 20% interest on your debt. Get the maximum match your employer offers. Take every single penny of free money they are willing to give you. Then stop. Don't put in extra yet. We have other fires to put out first. Step 3. Kill the toxic debt. I am talking about credit cards, store cards, overdrafts, and those buy now, pay later schemes that convince you to buy trainers you can't afford. Basically, anything charging you more than 8% interest. Think about the maths. The stock market on a good year might make you 8% or 10%. Your credit card is charging you 24% or 29%. If you invest while you have debt, you are swimming upstream. For every £1 you make in the market, you are losing £3 to the bank. It is a mug's game. How do you pay it off? Ignore the people who say, pay the smallest one first for motivation. We are adults. We do the maths. List your debts by interest rate. Find the one with the highest number, usually the credit card or the overdraft, and attack it with everything you have. Kill the most expensive one first. A quick note on student loans. I get asked this all the time. Baz, should I pay off my student loan? In the UK? No, it's not a real debt. It's a graduate tax. It gets wiped after 30 or 40 years. Unless you are earning mega money, do not prioritize this. Treat it like a tax. Ignore it for this step and move on. Right, you have a safety net. You're taking the free money from your boss. You have zero toxic debt. Now we can actually start building wealth. And step 4 is a specifically British perk. It's called the Lifetime ISA or LISA. If you are aged 18 to 39 and you plan to buy your first home, you need to listen to this. Here is the deal. You can put in up to £4,000 a year. The government adds a 25% bonus. That is £1,000 of free cash every single year. If you max this out for 5 years, you put in £20,000, the government gives you £5,000. You have a £25,000 deposit. This is the closest thing to free money you will ever get from HMRC. Take it. Warning though, this money is strictly for buying a house under £450,000 or for retirement. If you withdraw it because you want to go on holiday to Ibiza, they slap you with a penalty and take the bonus back. So don't take the mickey. Only put house money in here. Step 5. This is the main event. The stocks and shares ISA. Honestly, we are lucky to have this in the UK. The rules are simple. You can put in £20,000 every tax year. Any profit you make, whether it's £100 or £100,000, is tax-free, forever. You can get the money out whenever you want. This is the key. Unlike a pension, which is locked away until you are 57, an ISA is liquid. If you want to retire early at 45 or start a business, you can use this money. What do you buy inside it? Please, for the love of God, don't try to be clever. Don't try to pick the next Amazon. Don't try to time the market. Just buy a low-cost global index fund, something like the S&P 500 or the FTSE Global All Cap. You are buying a tiny slice of the entire world economy. The top companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google. You buy it, you set up a direct debit, and you go and live your life. Boring is profitable. Step 6. What if you have filled your ISA? Or what if you are a high earner paying 40% tax? Now we look at the SIPP, self-invested personal pension. Remember step 2? We only took the employer match. Now we go back and add more. Why? Because of tax relief. If you are earning over £50,000, you are paying 40% tax. That stings. But putting money into a pension is the only legal way to claw that back. To get £100 into your pension, it only costs you £60 from your take-home pay. HMRC pays the rest. You are getting an instant 40% uplift on your money. It's like a buy one get one free voucher for your future self. The downside? It is locked away. You cannot touch this money until you are 57, and that age will probably go up. My strategy: use the ISA for freedom money, use the SIPP for old age money. If you are young, fill the ISA first. Liquidity is freedom. And finally, step 7, the general investment account. This is the overflow car park. You only use this if you are lucky enough to have maxed out your £20,000 ISA, your pension, and you still have stacks of cash lying around. Why is it last? Because of the tax man. In a GIA, you pay tax on dividends. You pay capital gains tax if your profits go up. The government has slashed the tax-free allowance to just £3,000. That means if you make decent profit, you have to file a tax return, do the maths, and send a check to HMRC. It's a headache. Avoid this account until you have absolutely no other choice. Fill the tax-free buckets first. I know what you are thinking. Baz, what about the mortgage? Where does that fit? Technically, your mortgage is debt, but it is usually cheap debt. It sits somewhere between step 5 and step 6. Mathematically, you should probably invest because the market beats the mortgage rate over time. Psychologically, paying off your mortgage feels amazing. If overpaying the mortgage helps you sleep at night, do it. Peace of mind is priceless. But don't do it at the expense of your pension match or your ISA. So there you have it. The UK Wealth Ladder, Sleep at Night Fund, Free Pay Rise, Toxic Debt, Golden Ticket, Tax Haven, Tax Hack, The Headache. Stop trying to skip steps. Stop listening to people selling courses. If you build your house in this order, it won't matter if the economy wobbles or if taxes go up. You will be sorted. Right, hopefully that made sense. If you want more honest money tips without the waffle, do me a massive favor. Hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get your money sorted. See you in the next one. Cheers.